Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's been an incredibly long time since my last post, but I'm glad to say that I'm back with another edition of TNN. A lot has happened since then. You've had the Diddy trials, you've had people go to jail, you've had a lot of, accusations being thrown out there, whatnot, a new president. I mean, it just goes on. We've had a lot happen this year. But one thing I'm gonna focus on today is the job market. The job market is horrendous right now. If you can't find a job right now, don't take it personal. There is a lot of people out here with skills, degrees, certifications, years of experience, no experience, and no one can seem to find a job at this point. And one of the things I'm seeing a lot too is I'm seeing job postings from 30 days, 60 days ago that are still posted. So it leads me to believe that there are a lot of ghost jobs being posted on the internet by companies that have no intention whatsoever in hiring people, perhaps just collecting data, is what I hear the most. But even so, what are you collecting data for? It doesn't appear that at an eventual point you'll hire someone. So is all this data that's being collected for machine learning purposes only? Basically to train a robot and what skills are the most demand. I've heard people say that they've done 30-day projects for interview processes, gone through multiple interviews. Me, myself, I've gone through multiple interviews, and I've basically interviewed with more than one person at a time on multiple occasions, both remote and in person. And it's frustrating because you go through this process thinking at some point, this person or this company is going to eventually hire me, and 6 months later you're still looking for something. I did a video a while back about how bad the job market was, and back then no one was posting about this. Now you'll see a lot more of these posts coming up, more and more, because now you have these massive layoffs, including these government layoffs that have just happened. And one of the things I hear people like to say is, oh, well, thanks to Trump, the economy's gone to hell. Let's pause on that. When Biden was in office, it was the worst ever. I lost everything during Biden. I lost everything. And I can't speak for other people, but I can tell you that I know a number of people who tried to make life changes during that time period, and they just could never get their footing, never got to that point. I know plenty of my friends who say the same thing. We don't know the last time, we went out for a drink or, just chilled or for a vacation. So I'm wondering, like, what's going on with this generation? Like, they make it seem like we're lazy, like we don't want to go to an office. I'll tell you right now, I don't care where my office is. If it's remote, if it's at the job site, I don't even care. There's one job I went for that had like 50% travel, 75% travel. Mind you, I've never been on a plane. And I'm willing to take this job. So it bothers me when I hear boomers talk about millennials and Gen Zs and how lazy we are. And I don't see any evidence of that when I'm looking at people out here just basically willing to take anything, FedEx jobs, you know, night jobs, whatever you can think of, fast food restaurant jobs. You know, mind you, when you have a degree and you apply for these jobs that don't require an education, it actually works against you. You have a harder time getting a job at a McDonald's or Wendy's or Taco Bell if you have your degree as opposed to if you don't. And it, like, seriously, I know some people will think, wait, that don't make sense. No, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if it's because the manager is in fear of losing their actual position there at that said store, or if they just think that something may be massively wrong with you if you can't get a job in your field, or you're just an idiot or whatever. But, trust me, man, they will not hire you. So it's a catch-22. You think that at the very least, if you have a degree, you can always fall back on a plan B type job. You can always go back to retail, work in the mall, or work fast food. And that's not the case. That is not the case. You will have a harder time getting a job in retail, in the restaurant industry, with your degree, as opposed to if you did not have it. So you might as well not even put that you have it. You might as well just, put a couple, I don't know, tats on yourself and put that you got a record. You have a better chance of getting hired, is what I'm saying. You have a better chance of getting hired with a felony and face tats than you do if you have a college degree right now, which is really sad. And I'm really speaking to a lot of people's frustrations that I see online. I'm on Reddit a lot, so I see recruiting hell. That the forum is just packed with just these sob stories of people who have applied thousands of jobs, and every now and then you see this glimmer of hope. Someone just found a job after 6 months, 12 months of searching. Man, it's dismal out there. Honestly, I gotta laugh just to keep from crying these days, because it is dismal out there. And I wish more CEOs were speaking up to why they're not hiring. I hear a lot from analysts and economists and presidents and senators. I want to hear from the mouth of the main source. I want to hear from employers, whether you're a CEO of a small-time business or a large business. I want to know, what is your criteria for hiring these days? Because you obviously have a massive pool of people to pull from. So there is no lack of talent. Could there be a lack of money? Poor forecasting because of these wars? Whatever it is, because the big techs aren't hiring. Whatever it is, I just want to hear from multiple CEOs. If you're watching this, please like, subscribe, and comment. But I do want, in particular, business owners to comment on this, on what's going on right now, because I'm hearing it more and more, and you can't silence this massive, just shout and outcry for people who are just trying to get hired right now. So yeah, just